in to the Miss Best Reviews channel. We are back. We are here to go over the Housewives of Miami. This was season 7, episode 14, titled Navigating Friend Space Ships. So I'm excited to get into this episode. One of the biggest things that excited me with this episode, y'all, was the fact that they went on a Virgin cruise. I do enjoy cruising. I probably will never go on a Carnival cruise again, but I know for sure, my husband will tell you, he's in the background here, I really want to go on a Virgin cruise. They are expensive, Michelin star meals, everything's included. I love it. So I was happy to see that the ladies did that on this episode. Update for those who are familiar. James was been pretty absent from my channel for some time, as well as his own channel, due to him having surgery. He did announce that he was back, and then he wasn't really back. Now I guess he's ready to come back for real. When the Housewives of Salt Lake City is on there. So if you watch Salt Lake City Housewives, if you watch what else? Housewives of Potomac, or if you watch Whack Ass Love and Marriage Huntsville, it's on his channel. It'll be back. I will do my best of being there. James has a habit of putting all of his lives all at one time on my only day off. That don't always work for my ministry. So I will definitely be tuning into the comments, and also will be in some lives, but be sure to subscribe and to support James as well. Sometimes we got to take a little break from social media, technology, and other things to focus on healing and getting our mind, body, spirit, all of that right. And he really has been doing that. So I love my friend. He'll be back. Hope y'all support him. We are going to be very annoyed though with we're going to be annoyed with Miami. The ladies are back. They are no longer in Spain, which I'm glad. That trip was a mess. I understand Housewives wants people to get together and things like that, but let's keep it a buck. These bitches don't know how to get along. They don't. And this is exactly why I don't hang out with bitches. My friends are on YouTube. Y'all are my friends. Because in real life, friend groups be messy. They just be messy. I'll be goddamned if I go on vacation somewhere and then I'm arguing the whole time. I'm not going over Julia's storyline with her daughters. Best of luck, Buttercup. That's all I have to say. You adopted Black children. You didn't put much care into that. Your wife may not be alive for their damn college graduation, because I'm foreseeing it that those Black men will go to college. You were incredibly cruel and pushed microaggressions towards the one Black cast member on this show, Julia. When the other Black cast member was referred to as ratchet, you seem so amped up about that, even though it had nothing to do with you. I'm over fucking Julia, y'all. I'm really over her. What's poppin', Shani? How are you? Shani says, hey, Twitter, I missed your first live, but I'm here for this one. I was in the kitchen cooking for me and my son. Where's my plate, Shani? The hell? Don't tell me you was cooking and I don't get a plate. I want a plate. She said, if I'd have known you was on, I would have stopped and made him finish. Oh, he can cook. Your son can cook. How old is your son? Might have a friend in California for him. You said that man can cook. You hear that, babe? He can cook. I'm just saying. We love a man that can cook. That's wonderful. But I appreciate you for being here, Shani. You can watch the live over whenever you are able. And James will be back on the 16th or after the 16th when Housewives of Salt Lake City returns. He said he'll be back for Salt Lake City. So we shall see. I don't know if he's going to cover Love and Marriage Huntsville. I hope he does not, but I don't know. We shall see. But they discussed Stephanie and her delivery. And this pissed me off because Marisol was like, well, Stephanie's delivery is always wrong. And then Marisol called Stephanie a lot. She who gets mad at Adriana for drinking. She who's forever staying back because she can't handle drama, even though she's on a reality show. She who causes all the drama and then acts innocent. She who's so far up Alexia's ass, she's participating in the process of her food turning to shit to go through her colon. I don't understand Marisol. I just don't. They give Karens. Julia and Marisol give Karens. But moving forward, Kiki goes and meets with her dad. Kiki's dad is handsome, though. I'll give him that. He's a handsome Haitian man. He is. But I guess her dad made the threats from her family in Haiti stop. Kiki is from Haiti. There's a lot going on in Haiti. It is not the safest place to be. Prayers to everybody who is out there, especially those who are out there and just really just going through it and not participating in the foolery. But there's a lot going on in Haiti. So some of Kiki's family members feel like because she's doing well for herself in Miami and in America, that she can just bring them to America. I'm like, it doesn't work that way. It just does not work that way. You can't just come here, especially with that orange thing in office. He's deporting people from here who are born here. So you can't just do that, Kiki. But I guess her dad talked to the family, and your dad having a conversation suddenly made all these death threats stop. I call bullshit. I think Kiki was just saying this because she's dealt with it before, which I truly believe. I don't think she's dealt with it in some time. I feel like she was saying this because she has no storyline. She's messy, and I think that's why she turned on Gertie. I do. I don't understand the point of Kiki. I just don't. Please leave the show. And I'm not going over her being put out. You got put out. Now you're successful. Go to fucking therapy. Because if you went to therapy, that would teach you that you have to heal on your own. You're not always going to be allowed that closure. But don't put that shit on my TV screen. Please don't. Show us the Haitian community in Miami. Show some stories of the Haitian community. Do something. I know she does a lot for her community, but I'm like, I don't need to see this. I feel like Kiki has talked about the same shit for 14 episodes, and I'm over it. And then she want to flip out on somebody for saying ratchet. So I'm pretty over Kiki. Shani said, if you need me to, I'll FedEx you a plate tonight. And my son is a grown man, 31 years old. That's right. I love to hear it. Shani said, my good friend is a travel agent. Do not mess with that Virgin Cruise Line. She said it's mad whack. They was ready to go after the third day. Even the kids was ready to get off the boat. Oh, that must have been Royal Caribbean or another cruise line, because Virgin Voyages is adults only. If you are under the age of 18, you cannot get on the ship, which I love, which I absolutely love. Because no shade, my parents went on vacations. They took us. I'm one of 4 siblings. We went to very family appropriate places. I hate when people be having their kids on things and in places that just don't work, especially when they know they don't be watching their kids. I'm talking to you colorless people and anybody with a bad wig usually, but I digress. Lisa has an awkward conversation with Jody. So tell me if I'm off, y'all, because I had binge watched Miami, all of the seasons, a year or 2 ago. And I'm coming back and I'm trying to recap it and do a good job. But I just feel like there's something about Jody, Lisa's boyfriend, that is off. He gives me opportunist. He gives me somebody that is using her. He gives me boy gold digger, if that makes sense. He's also seems very calculated and manipulative. I don't feel like their relationship is good at all. I just don't. But she has an awkward conversation with him talking about she doesn't like not being a Mrs. She prefers to be a wife and a Mrs. And she doesn't like that her ring finger is naked. He got quiet. He's like, listen, bitch, I may have stuck with you through the divorce. That don't mean I want to marry you. And he exposes to the camera when talking about the relationship that sometimes they have arguments about this show and the drama on the show that gets so bad that they end up sleeping separately from each other in different rooms. And I'm like, Jody, then why get involved in a drama? Notice you're the only husband who's involved. Now, I know Gertie's husband, he don't play about Gertie. And he will say something if he's around and they act a fool. But if he's not around and he's hearing what Gertie is telling him, he's not going and texting women and doing all this crazy shit. So I'm looking and I'm kind of like, bro, you're not even a husband. This is weird. It's weird that you even wanted to date a woman that was still married. Jody is the biggest red flag. He's creepy. He's scary. He's very creepy. I agree with Larsa and everything that she says about Jody, because he's making so much more drama. But Lisa and this man are going to break up. They're not going to last. I just think Lisa and Jody are together, y'all, because she don't want to be alone. I'm pretty sure that's all it is. I don't think she wants to be alone. I know a lot of women like that who will just hop from relationship to relationship to relationship. It's okay to be alone. What's that meme that I see on the internet? It's nice sometimes when you're single because you can go to sleep knowing that no one's cheating on you, lying to you, ain't where they not supposed to be, doing you dirt. It's a peaceful type of thing, you know? So I hope that Lisa embraces that, because though Lisa can be annoying and sedity, she is likable. And I do enjoy her on this show. She just got to get out of herself and stop being so damn self-absorbed. Shani said, my bad, it wasn't Virgin. It was the Celebrity Cruise Line. She said it was mad whack and the kids was ready to go. You know, I'm obsessed with cruising, so I watch a lot of YouTubers that do cruising content, such as La Vida Loca, the Ship Life channel, Travel Spree. I watch a lot of cruise channels, and Celebrity does look boring. And I noticed, like, Celebrity had a cruise ship that was new like a year ago, but Celebrity is like a very older crowd. Like, they don't do shit. There ain't shit to do. You're going to be bored. But the food might be okay, so that's cool. Shani says she made baked ziti with ground beef and Italian sausage mixed together. I love me some good pasta. Shani, I just made some pasta the other night. It was really good. I was actually satisfied. Hey, you know I don't watch this show. Do we like Gertie? We do like Gertie. You are the first. You are the first. You are the first. You are the first. Miami's actually pretty good. I think Miami's one of the best Housewives franchises on TV right now. It's quiet as Skip. That's just my personal opinion. I don't care for Salt Lake City. I feel like Salt Lake City is overrated. They've just had a lot of scandals, but beneath the scandals, the cast doesn't give, and they seem a little racist. Orange County, I don't care for. I'm not surprised at the scandal that's happening right now with Gina. New Jersey was dead. When Rhode Island comes on TV, y'all, I will be covering the Housewives of Rhode Island. They're doing test filming right now for the Housewives of New Jersey. I do cover that on this channel. So I have a few shows that should be coming back in the next few months. So I'm considering covering like something on TLC or some other stuff in the meantime, but we'll see. Now, Stephanie met with the makeup lady who owns the brand Anastasia, which is a great makeup brand. I will say that. But Stephanie's a big dog. She got big money, big friends, big wallet, big energy. I'm not mad at Stephanie. I know Alexia watched this punch in the air. Like, the bitch is mad with the lady who makes my makeup. I can promise you Alexia was somewhere mad as hell about that, because Alexia is a hater. I said what I said. But I guess Stephanie talked with Anastasia about having children. She's 40. She feels like she needs to freeze her eggs. She is at that age where she should. I feel like Stephanie does want kids, but is kind of afraid of the idea of having kids with a man who's so much older. She said she's 40 and Masood is 24 years older than her. So he's halfway to 70 already. So I do think that it's realistic to think about. You don't want to end up like Martina. Sorry, not sorry. And that lady was a tennis legend. She could have adopted kids at any moment, but chose to do it now with this lady. Don't understand it. Don't understand it. But she's struggling with the group. She says it's because she's a businesswoman. And you know what? For the first time in Housewives, like, that I've experienced, a lot of these women on this show do give more housewives than business women. Lisa was a wife, don't really know what to do without being a wife, and runs after Jody. Gertie has her man she's been with forever. Alexia, she has some toxic situation, but we know she don't like to pay bills or any of that. You know, aside from Adriana, not all of them are so like business oriented. It's not even about being wives. So I can understand the difference in dynamic when dealing with, you know, when you're in business as a woman, you do a lot of what Stephanie's saying is true. You do have to like not show any weakness. You just do, especially when you work around men. I used to work in a male dominated industry around men. Like I could not show weakness. You just can't. You have to be abrasive, and sometimes people like it, sometimes they don't. In my opinion, Stephanie, fuck these hoes. They hired you for a reason. We want them uncomfortable in dealing with your aggression. I don't care. But the ladies end up going on their cruise, and on the cruise, as soon as they get on the boat, Adriana is down and just depressing. And Gertie's trying to amp her up, and which I love. Adriana was depressed because of her birthday. She's very triggered by Kiki calling her old. Girl, bye. Adriana, stop it. You're a psych major. You getting your degree in psychology right now from Harvard, right? Stop it. Stop it, Adriana. This is stupid. Everybody ages. With age comes wisdom. Humans are living longer. age does not mean that you stop or slow down unless you live your life in a way that's going to stop, slow, or sit your ass down. So I don't understand why Adriana is throwing a fit. She was like, after 40, my birthday depresses me. Baby, after 40, your birthday should be the biggest celebration year after year because it's a blessing to live that long. Like, girl. And Adriana knows about history. She knows how early people used to die during the years of BC, AD, when the plague and all of that stuff happened years later and all of that. Like, if you're old, you're old, especially with makeup now. Nobody's going to know. Who cares? But I am black, y'all, and we know that black don't crack. So I don't know. And I thought it was funny because Gertie's like, I'm 47. Okay. Okay. And I'm like, right. Gertie is 47. She's dealt with her breast cancer. She's navigating getting her body right. You know, like age ain't nothing but a number, except for when you're trying to date people of certain ages. And I mean that shit. Shandy said, I love me some pasta too, twin. I will eat some form of pasta every day if you gave it to me. Right. It's so good. I don't know who these hoes are, but fuck them. I made it past 50, girl, so you know I'll be celebrating all the time. Thank you, Lord. That's right, as you should. As you should. That's probably why you still look good, Shanny. She says she don't use no makeup. The less makeup you use, the better you'll look in 20 years. Fun fact. But moving forward, you guys. So Marisol announces that she wants the group to talk to everybody separately, and they separate. Some of the ladies go to a test kitchen. Some of the ladies go to eat. Marisol, Alexia, Adriana, Julia, all the evil wenches, they all eat together. And I was actually surprised because I felt like Alexia is really annoying when she makes a point because it's almost like her point is the only point. And she acts like she knows everything, but she knows nothing. You know, I bet they do shitty, but I don't know. Alexia did have a point this time when she was talking to them. She explained to Lisa, because the whole group agreed, like, Jody is the problem. You can feel how you feel and try to make Larsa the problem, Lisa, but you just don't want to look like you're wrong on this show. And at the end of the day, if Lisa would just admit, like, yeah, my dude be tripping, he shouldn't be texting her, but he won't stop. We get in arguments about it. I feel like people could take that and move on. But when you try to lie for him and make it into stuff that is not, that makes things much more problematic. So, you know, Alexia was right. Because they asked Lisa, they're like, well, what do you want to move past this? And she's like, I need her to just keep Jody out of it. And Alexia was like, Jody needs to keep himself out of it. That's your man, your problem. Get your bitch on the lease pretty much, which, yes. If my husband starts going and texting my friends, arguing with them when I have a problem with them or whether I don't, that's weird to me. That's weird to me. Like, that's not what we're doing. He can talk it out with me, but he's not going to talk it out with my friends like they're all dating and all of these things. Like, that's crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. But moving forward, I was extremely annoyed because they move on to discuss, you know, the situation between Stephanie, Alexia, and Marisol, which in my opinion, Stephanie was not wrong. Y'all sat there and kikied with her. Y'all sat there and made lists on who to kick out and who not to kick out. And, you know, it's ridiculous. So Alexia had the audacity to say, Stephanie needs to be stopped. Why? Because she's going to hold you accountable on this show and you don't want to be seen for who you are. A raggedy perpetrating bitch who's messy and thrives on other people's misery. That's why you always have good company around you. Misery loves company. I'm just saying, Alexia, you're not slick. You definitely are not slick. Shetty said, because Brother Joe referred to my husband knows I know how to handle abroad. You know, he also won't argue with females in general, though, I don't think. I don't feel like he be feeling like wasting the time. Not raggedy ass broad. Like, what? I cannot. But Stephanie, Larsa, Kiki, and Gertie, they're going out, and Stephanie made a point that I think summed everything up we needed to know about her. Her delivery is aggressive. It is, which I like this about Stephanie. She said, I am aggressive when I deliver stuff. I keep hearing this from people, so I'm going to do some introspection. I am aggressive. But she said, what I'm saying is not wrong. And I agree with Stephanie. They're trying to pay more attention to how she's speaking versus what she's saying. which a lot of people do when they don't want to hear that they're wrong. Oh, I don't like that you're saying it this way. Okay, but what I'm saying still stands. I could say it nicer, but it's not going to change what I'm saying. It's not going to change the message. They can't expect to get on Stephanie and expect Stephanie to change how she talks and be less aggressive and all of this. When y'all bitches chose to come off of her shit, did not text her to the day of, told everybody but her, like, it's a mess. It's a mess. So, ugh. Anywho, Stephanie does go and try to talk to Marisol after the group does their little events. Marisol behaved like a well-trained little bitch because she is Alexia's pet. And she says that she was not mad at Stephanie at all and brings up that they don't like how Stephanie mentions the price of things and all of that. And Stephanie was like, I can understand why you don't like that, but you guys understand I didn't bring up the price of anything that I had. I gave you my rules. It was Larsa who mentioned the price. And Marisol sat there and didn't acknowledge it and tried to move past it. I was like, that's right, Stephanie. Show them you can be calm, but still keep your foot on their neck. Because they're hoping when they tell Stephanie that she's aggressive, that she's going to punk out like a little bitch and get quiet. But I can be less aggressive, Stephanie said, and still clock you bitches and read you for what the fuck you really are. Some old dusty hoes. I just cannot. I absolutely cannot. But you know, it comes out that Marisol says that it was her who did not want to go on. She was done, which Marisol did say that, and I believe her because she seemed disgusted with the idea of even giving assigned seating or choosing who to leave off the plane. I agree that that was not nice. Alexia chose to spend time with Marisol and support her friend, which I can understand with these two, you know, so I won't fault them there. It was just how they handled it. But it does come out through talking, which is why I like that Stephanie talks to women separately versus always in a group, that it was Julia who spread the rumors in a negative way, which is true. Because we saw Julia tell everyone on the bus, they said they're not coming. They didn't like what you did. Baby girl, it's not your place to say anything. Allow them to text her and then be like, oh, I thought they would say something, but since we're here. Julia just be stirring the pot and causing shit and then trying to act innocent. And it looks like she does it everywhere in her house because she did the same shit with her daughters. Because for you to think that anybody would feel sorry for you because your daughters are not talking to you when you adopted two little boys as their new siblings and said not shit to them with a wife when you was with their daddy is crazy. Is crazy. So I'm not surprised that Julia's messy. This is going to be a hard reunion for Julia. I hope it is. Don't let this lady get away with shit. Please don't. We don't like her. We don't. So I'm hoping that in the next episode, Julia is exposed. However, we shall see. We shall see. We shall see. She said, now I'm coughing because of all the old dusty holes. Whack ass, fake ass bowl collector. Right. Oh, God. But, you know, Miami, I have genuinely enjoyed recapping this season. I know sometimes my lives are a little late. I am a full-time student, so I always get them out at the latest by Sunday. But this has been a good season, in my opinion. I know some of it's been a little triggering with the water throw earlier season. And just Julia, Marisol, and Alexia, in my opinion, are killing the show. And they need to fix it. Because it gives me like they're going to all align with each other, like we saw happen on Housewives of New Jersey and a couple other ones. And they're going to try and ice someone out. And it shouldn't be that way. The only people in control are the producers. That's how I feel. Shane said, I told you I don't watch this show, but I be having mad jokes. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Y'all, but that's it for this live. What day is it? I got glasses so I can see. Not this week, but week after next. James should be back on YouTube. So I would say sometime between the 17th and the 20th of this month, James will be back on YouTube. So be sure to subscribe to his channel. As always, we do have a playlist on our channel dedicated to his for all of the collabs we do with Watch Your Mouth reviews. But other than that, you guys, I'm going to head into my Deb's house review for WeTV. And I will see you beautiful humans on the next live. Bye-bye.